Hey, welcome back to the Metropole Grid. My name is Andre, and thanks for tuning in. It's still April 23rd, still trying to get this thing to work. Is it working? Not particularly, but that's okay. We're in a casual lobby playing our Severnius Combonius. Thanks, you too. And we're now against this one. What's it called? Builder Nations, which is going to do more damage to us. It's only going to be one, though, so we can kind of, like, build around it. This hand's pretty good, right? Like, we can hostage out turn 1, go to 0 credits, click. But we can also prepare for it. Yeah, no, this is good. This is totally a good hand. So if you haven't seen the last couple videos where we struggled to make this thing work, the idea is that you draw your whole deck while having a huge hand size by playing Theophilus Bagbetter, having a lot of money. And then once that happens, you play Severnius Implants and access like 15 maybe cards on R&D. That's generally, like, that's a pretty generous estimate. So they're drawing up with Jackson. Upgrade on HQ. No idea what that is. What upgrades on HQ turn 1? Crisium? Really? I don't know. I think you put that on R&D, so I have no idea what this is. Drawn up with Jackson. We don't really have the time to disrupt that. So I think we're likely just gonna... Actually, maybe we want to diesel up. Yeah, that's probably fine. Stop. So getting Beth down early is good. Most of these cards in our hand are cards that we don't need until we combo out. So I think we can play Beth. That'll put us down to probably beginning our turn with some credits. This is a good card draw, which is great. We want that. So I think this turn we want to actually... We want Beth down. The next turn we want to bookmark and put things on it and then combo draw into hostage. So we'll bookmark, load it, we're 1 credit short. So hopefully this fires. Let's just bank our turn on this firing. Because when you play Theophilus Bagbetter, you lose all your credits in your credit pool. So we'll have no hand size luckily. Let's hope they're not playing best defense, which they could actually be if they're a tagging deck, if they're playing Wayland. And if that's true, we lose our bookmark. And then we'll lose our Levy, we'll lose our Severnius, and then we basically lose the game. So, mind you, I don't like combo decks, especially ones that are non-interactive. This one is like exactly that, so I apologize. I got this original idea from Dean, from Toronto, Dean Tran, world-class Netrunner player, and we've been, or at least I've been trying to get it to work. I don't know. Dean went another way with the deck, but that's alright. So I'm assuming we're going to get our credit. Fantastic. So we get our credit, so we can actually do the thing we wanted to do, which is use this to load 3 cards face down. So we have hand size of 0, so that's 1, 2, 3. Then we can hostage out this bad boy, Theophilus Bagbetter, install it, and then click for credit, I guess. We basically want to draw into our magnum opus, otherwise these turns are going to be dead. Even drawing into, oh my god, drawing into Peace in Our Time is probably really good right now. Maybe we're doing this too early. This is kind of like a hard, I think this is actually one that's pretty difficult to play. In a lot of ways. In theory, they also could spam with Astrolabe and make us discard cards, but yeah. I think this Beth will do. So what changes have we made to this deck? There we go. That's the beginning of the spam. So I don't know what we actually do with this. And they're expecting Vamp, right? They're double icing HQ. I think Vamp's a thing. So we play this. Alright. These are some cards. We can always just put these underneath here, underneath the bookmark if we really panic. So I think we can afford to draw once. Same old thing we want on the table. It's definitely very important if they manage to snipe our Levy. Actually, our Levy's in here. So yeah, it kind of is important. So if we click for credits, we can keep all 4 of these cards. The other option is hide them down here, which is good, because in theory, then we can play Game Day to draw a bunch of cards once we click for more credits. So let's host these 3. Then we'll click for a credit. So bookmark's cool. If they play best defense, we lose. But there's so many other like really simple answers that they could have. These like sort of tech slots. Like they could play MC Informant and we lose. There's so many things that we just lose to. So what can you do? If we draw a Magnum, we can install it for 4. If we draw SMC, we can install a Magnum for 5. Mind if I res? Nah, go for it. I'm assuming they're gonna res server 2, which is Anson Rose. Oh, it's a commercial bankers group. Alright, so more than likely they're trying to kill us. I don't think this asset's really good unless you're trying to kill or trying to spam assets, just because it's trivial to trash. I don't think we're actually going to trash it. It might give them the money necessary to res obnoxious ice, but that's going to happen anyways. There's also a chance that they understand what we're doing, and so that they want to just draw all their agendas into HQ, which is pretty fair play. I think we still got to draw up. So we hit this, we basically draw 4 cards for 2 clicks. Not amazing. That's what we want in our hand for next turn. So we can draw up. That's good if they play an upgrade, a defensive upgrade, which they seem to have on the turn that we want to combo off. So I think we're going to play both of these next turn. So I think we'll just click for 2 credits to get the maximum value. We probably shouldn't have drawn right there, actually. So we play this. We're going to go to hand size of 15. And that's the idea. Then you play Game Day, which will draw us a lot of cards. And we have a Magnum, actually, so we're in a really good spot. And that's a hostile takeover, isn't it? Cool. So, questions. We have to do this first click, so I think we will fire it. So now we have a lot of money. Does that not work? What's going on? Oh, it's bugged with Beth. Interesting. Oh, we gotta report that. Because technically this isn't our first click. I'm trying to play Peace in Our Time isn't cooperating with Beth. Wanna give yourself... How much? They get 5? Yeah, this should be working, but it's not because we technically have a click that came before our first click. So we'll just give ourselves 9 manually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they'll give themselves 5, giving them a lot of money. So at this point, we're just going to strap Magnum down and just like hammer the Magnum Opus until we can play Game Day and draw all of our deck, which isn't going to be very difficult. Oh, it also costs us a click. And hopefully we can close the game out relatively soon. I generally underestimate the amount of money you need. You do need a fair bit of money for this to go off. But in theory, like if we play this, we're going to draw 16 cards. So if we Magnum another turn, we're probably in a good spot. We also haven't drawn into any of our setup stuff, like self-modifying code is generally hyperdriver. We need to get all our breakers down. I don't think we need net chip. We do need to keep 2 cards in hand though, just because they can easily do 1 damage when we run. And that's actually a huge issue. These are firing. Don't know what they can do. Wow, they're icing Commercial Bankers Group. That's a mistake. They probably meant to put that on server 4. Oh, door to door. Oh, fuck. Oops. Let's see if they boost this. They're totally goofing this, though. I don't know if they noticed. So this is, we just basically lose a click or removing the tag. It's not going to be that bad. Like, we're never going to take the damage. But that's, we have no current to turn this off. Oh, we do have a current to turn this off, but we want to play it the turn. So they're paying 4 here. So we can either pay, basically save a click and pay 3. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Because they're going to bankrupt themselves if they keep doing that. And now we can still just Magnum 5 times. So we still gain 7 that turn, which is pretty good. And they're going to stop dumping into this door to door. They can't really afford it. Clyde Van Wright. Alright, huge denial deck. We'll always pay 1. We have Magnum. This is just slows everyone's game down. But icing this was a mistake. I don't think they realized that. So we'll definitely pay 1. We can't trash. If we trash, we lose important things. We don't have clone chip. Don't think this card's good, but they're actually playing Acid Spam out of Builder Nations. That's kind of interesting. I would assume they play this on Gagarin. It seems like just better. But we can afford these taxes, right? Like these two together technically are annoying, but when all we're doing is sitting and playing Magnum, whatever. Yep. Makes sense. You can move it. I don't mind. Yeah, they totally did not mean to ice this. That's a huge mistake. They wanted to ice their Clyde Van, right? Yeah, that's okay. So they'll fix that. Cool. We're never going to trash either of those. We're hopefully going to win in 1 turn. We do have to keep money. Like, we're going to have to overcompensate with our money situation just because after this turn, they could, in theory, hard-hitting News as our C-Source Scorch. And it's going to be pretty easy to kill us if we end with 1 card in hand. So I think we're just going to, like, play a bit more conservatively than we did in the last 2 games where money actually mattered. So we'll see. So still, we don't know how they're going to win. Like, they haven't built a scoring remote. They're trying really hard to kill us, and we're just not interacting with them. And that's the thing with Clive Van Wright. Like, oh, that's probably the scoring server, but at some point we don't have to deal with Clive Van Wright. And let's see if they can actually boost this. Oh, they should have taken their money. Oh, take your +3 from the bankers, right? Because they didn't fix the money, they only fixed the ice problem. Nice. Alright, start turn. Let's see if they boost into this. I hope they do, actually. It's not worth their time. And that's, if it's Trace 1, we break that for free, so they're gonna have to boost into this. And I guess they can afford, like, these two always boost. Alright, 5. Will we pay 4? If we don't pay 4, we basically lose a click and pay 2, which is identical to paying 4. And this will actually discourage them from paying money, considering that we look nuts. So again, we'll take 10. So now if we play Game Day, we will draw 28 cards. Oh no, actually less, right? I'll pay 1. So this is Game Day. We gotta do the math here, right? So there's 30. We technically want 30. Or no, 29. We need 29 credits. I think. Minus these two. Okay, we'll just take a lot of money. It's fine. That's a scoring remote. It's going to take them a while to score out. That's easily another commercials bankers groups. We'll actually might want to go trash that one. Yeah, actually, fuck it. We have the time to trash this stuff. Oh, we got another piece in our time, which means we can trash if we play it this turn. So we'll trash all this stuff. They're paying 1. They realize it's not good. So if we hit snare here, it's kind of an issue. Even for like, what's it called? Prisec would be suck. So that's an Atlas. All right. So we have to respect a bunch of things. We turned off the current, which is really good. We'll now trash everything. I think we can afford to do it. We probably were a bit too close-minded about this option before because they're actually going to run out of money. Quarantine system. All right. They can go for it. They're actually just forfeiting it for money. And that's good if they res the ice on R&D because now we know what we're dealing with. And they're further away from winning. I think we'll still trash this because we have bad pub, right? So they res an Enigma for 1 credit. I don't think that's worth it. Losing 1 agenda point. So it really looks like they're not trying to win. All right, so now we know if we want to contest the scoring remote, what we need. Yeah, we can afford to trash that. We'll now run server 2. In theory, we should be running Jackson first. In theory. I was curious about the Archer. Yeah. Doesn't. Still part of the cost. So let's get rid of this for 1 credit. That's fine. Now we can sit on this still. Next turn we can give him a bit of money with this if that works. We have the MU to put this down, which actually I think we could consider doing just to speed up our... Yeah, let's do that. We can sell that for free and Magnum up. Alright, closer than ever. And I think we're just playing a bit more conservatively what we probably had to do. So are we going to pay 1? Yeah, of course we're going to pay 1. So this costs us 3 and eventually they're going to replace it, which basically it costs us as much to trash it as them replacing it. So I don't know what you do. Do we want to trust Jackson Howard? No, because we can also Severnius HQ. We'll probably check this out. Alright, so that's an agenda. In theory, we can put the self-modifying code down and run. If we play this, we can't run, so we gotta be mindful of that. So we'll take the clicks. So now we have a 7-click turn. We would have had 8 if they had 15 credits. If we run this, I think we can afford to run that. But we could also like afford to run this one. Like maybe we don't play strict combo. Yeah, of course we'll trash that. So we can put down a self-modifying code, run into this. The thing is if this trashes, like we can't pull 2 breakers, so it's a bit dodgy. We can play this and draw most of our deck. Not all of our deck, so I think we actually want to draw all of our deck. So let's go 1, 2. If they score, they'll be low on credits anyways. I think we'll run Jackson actually. Probably should have done that. And this will shuffle if they have agendas back here back in the deck, which is really important. Because we're going to run R&D and try and see a lot of things. The best place to put agendas against this sort of deck is an HQ, but we can also run HQ. So 3 cards, alright, so those are probably agendas based on how long they were trying to set up just to tax us. So we hit this, we draw a lot. Not all of our deck, right? A lot? Huh. Okay, we gotta think. We could also pop this down, put same old thing on the table. It's probably not terrible. Because if we pop this, okay, thinking, the math here always confuses me. If we pop this, we'll draw up to our hand size, and our hand size is 29, so we'll draw basically 24 more. So that is our entire deck. All right, cool. Sorry, this is the worst part of checking, and this becomes unbearable. Can't do anything with this. So we want to install something that costs like is a program. That's good. That's a good start. Alright, so now we'll pop it. I don't think we have to overcompensate. Yeah, maybe we do. They only have 12 credits, right? If they score an Atlas, they have 9 credits. So maybe we do overcompensate. Oh, fast events. Okay. That's cute. We also don't have to worry about Archer, and our sentry du jour is feedback filter. I mean, sorry, wow, pipeline. So that's kind of an issue. The mouseless we would have broke anyways. So they're trying to fast events with this thing and probably trigger light. Jackson again. So that draws 2 cards. I think we just go. I think we do just go. They might be playing snare too if they're trying to kill us, so we will prepare for that. So we'll take our clicks. All right, so we have some clicks. So we basically want to set up everything. We need all 3 breakers. We don't need councilmen, so we need thinking. This is what we need. We need Severnius down 100%. So that's 1 click. We need all 3 breakers. That's 2 clicks. We need we want our current. That's 3 clicks. That's all we need right now. Oh, in theory, we want to play that with 4 clicks. That is probably going to be too expensive. You could probably play this deck with an AI and then save on this, because that's 3 credits, 4 credits, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Putting us down at 17. So I think we'll just take money this turn and then combo off next turn. Yeah, probably be conservative. And we'll spend as few cards as we can. Yeah. Actually, no, we can probably do it. Like, we can probably just Magnum him. So what do we say? We needed Severnius. We need all 3 breakers. We need a current. In theory, we should have our feedback filter. So that's 4. Leaving us... Oh, yeah. Then we don't need same old thing. We can just levy from hand. And that's actually good. Because we won't have to worry about hand size. So that's 5. So I think we can Magnum. If we Magnum... Okay, sorry. Fuck. One more time. Magnum. Just can't botch this, right? If you botch this, it's terrible. So mass install, Severnius, current, run. That's 6. Mass install, Severnius, current, feedback filter, run. Yeah, let's do it. We can Magnum 1 fewer times also, in theory. Then we can levy the same turn. Doesn't really matter. So let's Magnum, take all these. So first we're gonna put Severnius down for 1. We're gonna mass install. So pipeline, we want, what else do we want? How are we doing on MU? We're fine. We're fine. We could have waited 1 return and got another feedback, what's it called? That one that gives you all them clicks. Hybrid driver, okay, where's she at? There is the snowball. So that's 1. We also want to install a feedback filter, which I don't know if we'll have to use. We'll also play our current, so whatever we find first. Yeah, this is totally unmanageable. Where is it? Okay, that. Feedback filter is good. We used to have Deus Ex in this deck. I'm convinced feedback filter is better. Now we'll run. R&D. Alright, we throw out some cards. So we want a levy. We can throw out our same old thing, but let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In theory, we could keep on to that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So we want to throw out an even number. So let's just throw out same old thing, 24. So we're access 13 cards if my math is correct. 12 cards. Okay, my math wasn't correct. Let's do this. All right, we have 17 credits, 16 credits to do it. So I'm hoping we're not going to spend that much on breaking. Let alone, we probably won't need this. But we're going to see a lot of their deck, right? Like, they're only running 40 cards, and they're not even rezzing. That makes it easy. Okay, Mouseless. We don't want to let this fire because it could hit our levy, so we're just going to 1, 1, 2. And they don't have enough money to punish us with tag punishment. They could use this to shuffle in, like, events. I think they should, or operations, mind you. Like, they should use their jacks in here. All right, let's do this up. Full booth, okay? That's 2 influence. Mumbad, no, we don't want to trash anything really. Asteroid belt, good to know. Snare, good thing we have the feedback filter. They can't even play it. Nice, okay. So we predicted that right if they didn't res. Mouseless, so close. We got feedback filter. Boot camp, nope. Card from deck. They might be running big agendas. Card from deck, Beanstalk. Card from deck, hedge fund. Card from deck, Atlas. All right. So 1 more agenda generally to win. Hades fragment, pulled it off. Show of force, pulled it off. Dedication ceremony. Game. All right, there we did it. We did that. It was a much more thoughtful approach. Sorry for the combo cheese, but that's exactly what this deck does, and it's kind of reliable. Besides those other 2 games in which we clearly botched it, right? Or the bad matchups, I guess. But I think we're much better off with feedback filter. But that's the idea. And if things didn't work, next turn we just like peace in our time, levy, and then we just like camp on Magnum Opus. And yeah, not too bad. I think we can do faster. Anyway, so we camp on Opus, and then we hopefully get a game day, draw in our whole deck. We can run HQ, wait a couple turns, run R&D again. Do faster. Anyways, well, thanks so much for watching. Finally got it. I don't know if we'll play another one of these for a while until we optimize it. But thanks so much for watching. That was a bit of a journey. Maybe we'll put those 2 games together. Anyways, yeah, videos most weekday nights and live stream Thursday, 8:45 Eastern. Hopefully see you there. Ciao.